Argentina, Potap.
David Hohl, 26 years old, from the Manitoba Olympic Wrestling Club.
David's in tough on the leg right away. We'll see if he can complete it. He's in good position. He's in very good position. If he can just get his opponent's hips down on the mat, he's going to be able to score this. The first 2 points in the match are really important. He just scored them there. It gives him the confidence now that he needed. A lot of these opponents we haven't seen before in international competition, so the Argentina is an unknown factor for David. He's got 2 points on him, and there's another 2. Scoring 4-0.
We talked about the technical superiority and the fact that if a contestant goes, a wrestler goes 15 points ahead, he's demonstrated that superiority in the match has ended. So this is where strategy's got to come into play. So they might know where their peak will be in the match, and they'll hold off to that point, but they don't want to let too many points accumulate on the board.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, strategy in wrestling,
very important.
And tactics in wrestling are very important features. Excellent throw. 3 points. He's now up by 7. We've barely had a minute and a half go in the match. David Hohl is demonstrated clearly here. He's got this match well in control. It's only a matter of time whether he pins his opponent or scores what we talked about as his technical superiority. He's going for the fall here.
Just over 3 minutes now remaining.
Hohl is very, very strong. He's got extremely strong legs, and that's given him an ability to throw and the ability to defend legs. If you're strong through the hips and legs, you've got a lot of advantage over an opponent who may be a little weaker in that area. The Argentinian opponent doesn't look weak, but he certainly suffers from not having had a lot of technical exposure and not a lot of international wrestling.
Right. We talked about how legs become extremely critical in the freestyle competition as well, as opposed to Greco-Roman.
Well,
Guy, do you attribute this? This is why Canada does so well in this part of the sport?
Well, we've concentrated on freestyle wrestling. It's been a matter of, I think, pooling your resources. Canada did have a fairly active Greco-Roman program for a number of years, and then pooled their resources and went into freestyle. We've been coming back fairly well in Greco-Roman. In fact, we've qualified 3 wrestlers for the Olympic Games in the Greco-Roman class. And that's good for us, I think, because the sport really is one that we should develop wrestlers in. But we have concentrated most of our time and energy in the freestyle aspect of the sport. The 3 people that we've qualified for the Olympic Games in Greco-Roman are Doug Yates from Montreal, and Doug qualifies for his 5th Olympic Games. And I think that says an awful lot about the character of Doug Yates, particularly when Greco-Roman has not been emphasized in Canada a lot.
Right.
David Hohl's approaching the 15-point level here in terms of point spread and demonstrating the superiority. So he is winning 12-0, 3 points away from the match being over. The other 2 that I didn't mention.
With a minute 20 left on the clock.
Carlo Casip from Guelph has also qualified in the Greco-Roman category for Barcelona. And Andy Borodo from Montreal, who is also wrestling here today. So Andy is doubling up. He's doing both Greco-Roman and freestyle. We'll see him in the gold medal match later on.
Let's just touch on anybody that's joining us, the differences quickly between Greco-Roman and freestyle.
Well, the basic difference is that in Greco-Roman wrestling, all of your points are accomplished by using your upper body, and it's almost all throws from your feet. Whereas in freestyle, you would use both upper body and leg attacks. That move that's being executed here by David Hohl would be illegal in Greco-Roman wrestling because he clearly is using his opponent's legs.
Right.
And that's the 15-point superiority David was looking for. The match is over, and he goes to Barcelona as well. Canadian Amateur Wrestling Association has got to be very happy today with the